Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Well, seeming it's October, I kind of said to myself, you know what, maybe I should do a revisit on my Halloween collection. When I first started YouTube, I put, I think it was my second video I've ever done, was my complete Halloween collection. Now, I've added a lot more to this collection since I've done that video, but not only that, I shot it on a very poor camera phone, and I was always looking for an excuse to kind of go back and revisit that video, and thankfully now I'm kind of a bit more prepared, and I can do this video justice. So this is going to be my complete collection. It's going to be from the DVDs to my Blu-rays to my 4Ks to metal packs, Steelbooks, box sets, everything that I own from Halloween. So let's not waste any time. I don't want this video to go on too long, so we'll get started, and we'll start with the film that started all. We have Halloween. This is the first, no, I was going to say it's the first film I bought when it came to Halloween, but actually Halloween 2 was the first movie I bought when it came to DVDs, that is. This one was a great release from Anchor Bay. I loved the lenticular cover they put out with it. The only problem I have with this release is, I'm not sure what happened with it, but I had, this is a 2-disc set and you got the television version with it. But unfortunately, when you do open this box set up, you notice that there is only one disc in it. So I'm missing the disc. So someone actually came into my house, got a loan of this film, and they never brought the television version back in it. So I'm missing that, unfortunately, with Halloween. But I do love the lenticular cover. And hopefully someday, if I find this release out in the wild, I will pick it up again and I'll have the TV version back. So yeah, that is Halloween. And the film is extraordinary. So yes, this was the first film I bought on DVD. This was literally my first ever DVD, Halloween 2. And I have to admit, this is not the greatest way to jump onto DVD when DVD first came out. This looks absolutely terrible. It's from a company called Castle Home Video. I never heard tell of this company, and there's a good reason to why we never heard of them again, because this is absolutely deplorable. This is it has an aspect ratio of 4.3, ridiculous for Halloween 2. It just, yeah, it's not right. It has 2.0 digital audio. It's just a god off. The picture quality is just completely pixelated. It's a horrible release to look at. But you know what? It's the first DVD I've ever actually bought. And I could never get rid of it. It's just I have fond memories of actually buying this film. I actually remember where I was when I bought it. Yeah, and I could never get rid of it, no matter how bad it is. So yeah, that's Halloween 2. Right, so that brings us on to my first box set that I got on DVD for Halloween, and it's this one here. This is the Anchor Bay release. This box set was extraordinary. I remember when it first came out. Now, actually, tell you the truth, there was actually a box set that came out before this one. I actually had it. I'm kind of sick because I sold it. I don't know why I done that. I think it was just at a time where I needed a bit of money, and unfortunately I got rid of it. But that box set it was only up to Halloween 6. So this one brings you up to Resurrection. This box set is still going for a bit of money, amazingly enough. Unfortunately, my box set has seen better days. There's a lot of shelf wear coming on it now. But you know, when you consider how old it actually is, it's still in very, very good condition. I like the way the discs are displayed on it. It is a beautiful box set. Unfortunately, on the spine there is actually a bit of damage. But look, it can't be helped. Shelf wear, what can you do? But yeah, you get, like I said, you get the Resurrection up to the Resurrection movies in this. You also get a booklet in it as well. I don't think there's any bonus disc with it either. But yeah, love this box set. I will never get rid of it. Because again, I know how hard it is to actually buy it out there. It's still quite, like I said, going for a bit of money. And yeah, definitely staying in my collection. So that's the Halloween box set. Right, so that brings us on to that's all the DVDs I actually have of Halloween. I'm very confused. I'm kind of like I'm positive that I would have actually bought the likes of Halloween 3 and Halloween 4 and 5 on DVD. I just don't know what I've done with them. I must have gotten rid of them somewhere in the past, but I can't remember it. So yeah, that is my DVDs. So that brings me on to my Blu-rays, and again we'll go back to the first Halloween. And yes, so this is the first edition of Halloween to come out on Blu-ray. I've spoken about this film numerous times. I have no problem with the picture quality in this. It's very vibrant. It's exactly how the film was meant to look like when it came out in the theaters. But then when they brought out the 35th anniversary, which we'll get to now in a second, yeah, they toned it all down a little. But I'm happy to report, from what I've been told anyway, is the new 4K release from Scream Factory that they're bringing out. Apparently they're gone back to the colour timing of this release, so that's going to please a lot of people. I did turn around and I said numerous times I didn't care. I was happy either way. I liked the toned down version, I liked the vibrant version, so it's a win-win for me. So at least I'll have both versions there on 4K. So yes, that is my first Blu-ray, and that is Halloween. Again, amazing movie. Right, so this brings me on to a German release of Halloween 2. Huge warnings on this release. Now, I actually thought the slipcover was actually quite beautiful on this release. It's one of the things that drew me to it. But the one horrible thing about this release is every single death in this movie is cut out. As far as I remember, you don't see one killing in this movie on this version. It is the worst cut I've ever seen to a movie. It can't be watched. Simple as. I had it on, I think it was maybe 10 minutes, and I couldn't watch it. It was just horrible. But there is a gorgeous slipcase with this. It's the 30th anniversary edition as well. It's got DTS Master Audio 5.1. Yeah, but it's just a terrible cut of the movie, and but again, I'm happy to have it just for the slipcover. I'm happy to have it in the collection. Right, so that brings us then on to Halloween 2 again, and this is Universal's release, and this is the 30th anniversary as well. And I am a fan of the picture quality in this film. I've said it numerous times. There's a lot of film dirt in it. They could do it, cleaning it up a bit. And thankfully, from what I've been hearing on the 4K release of Scream Factory, that has all been addressed. It's supposed to look absolutely amazing. Cannot wait to get my hands on them. I think I might have my reviews out for the 5 Halloween movies probably at the end of the month. If I'm lucky, if I get them, hopefully I will get them by Halloween. But fingers crossed, and I will definitely do reviews as soon as I can. So yeah, this I always was a big fan of the picture quality in this. Like I said, there was a bit of dirt on it, but the picture looked quite sharp. The black levels look fantastic in it as well. The audio is very lacking, I'm not going to lie. 5.1 DTS audio. There's just no punch, no bass to it, and thankfully this has all been addressed with the recent 4K release, from what I've been hearing anyway. So that is, yeah, the Universal version of Halloween 2. So brings us on to, I've actually no Halloween 3. I actually had one, and I gave it over to John over at Mondo Chelovic Movies. We had this thing, he was always telling me that he actually went to see that film in the cinema back in the 80s, and he was one of them people that didn't actually know that Michael Myers was not in that movie. And so he told me that he had a bad experience with it, so I always wanted him to revisit it, so I sent him part 3. So it was the only version I had of part 3 on Blu-ray, not including the box sets that I have, which I will be showing soon. So yes, we go on to Halloween 4. So these are the Halloween 4 and 5 that I'm going to be showing now. These are Anchor Bay releases. They came out, I think, at the same time as well, funny enough. Wasn't a fan of the picture quality on either of these, actually. I'll take the two of them out now. I think they kind of go with each other. But yeah, not a big fan of the picture quality on either of these. The audio was very lacking as well. Both of them have, on these ones, I think it's DTS. Is it DTS? No, these two have True Dolby. 5.1, and yeah, the dialogue was a bit flat. It was just the surround activities was just lifeless, and there were two very poor releases. And again, from what I've been hearing, they have addressed that problem, and with the releases of the 4K. Actually, as a matter of fact, part 4 is supposed to look absolutely astonishing in 4K, and very excited to see that movie. I am a huge fan of part 4. I do like the sequel. I think it's a great movie. Part 5, not so much, but I really do love part 4. I love Ellie is her name Ellie Cornell? I think that's her name. And watching Daniel Harris, I thought the two of them did a great job in these movies. So yeah, that's Halloween 4 and 5. Now, that was, yes, they were the releases that we got over here. But then in Germany, they brought them out as well, part 4 and 5. Now, the reason why I picked these up was because I was disappointed by the picture quality, and I kind of knew that I was going to get the same picture quality with these. But what I did realise with these ones was you were getting a different audio soundtrack, so I was hoping that it was going to be a huge improvement over the ones that we got over here and because these ones have DTS 5.1, where the other two were Dolby 5.1, and yeah, the audio was the exact same. So yeah, I paid for these ones, I'm not gonna lie. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. And yeah, so I just basically end up getting the same things twice, which was kind of, even the features, I don't think there's any new features, there's nothing. So yeah, so I might someday maybe get rid of these too, someday in the future. So yeah, that is Halloween 4 and 5. So that brings us on to Halloween H20. This is another German release. It's amazing. We just didn't get many of these over here in Ireland. We had to go to Germany to pick up these releases on Blu-ray, which is it's just so strange. I do not understand it. Surely someday over here, over with like the likes of the UK and Ireland, we are going to get a deluxe edition. Maybe Arrow or something will do something down the line. But yeah, we definitely deserve something over here. So yeah, this is H20. I think people complained a lot about the picture quality in this. I have to admit, I watched this. I didn't hate the picture. It wasn't mind blowing, but I thought it was okay. I've seen better, but definitely not as bad as what people were making it out to be. But I do enjoy this movie. I remember the trailer so well. I think it's the voiceover in the trailer. Something kind of said something like, you know, this summer Halloween ain't taking a vacation or something like that. And I remember it just worked so well because this got released in the middle of the summer. But yeah, I always enjoyed this movie, and it introduced Josh Hartnett. It introduced the world to Josh Hartnett, and he went on to have a great career. And yeah, I do enjoy this movie. So that is Halloween H20. Right, I'm going to breeze through these two very, very quickly because I just don't think they're worth talking about. So we've got Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. Just did not like what he done with these movies. He ruined, without question, the mythology of Michael Myers by just showing us the child version of him, and showing us why he is the way he is. Did not like it at all. Michael Myers is way too big. He is massive. He's built like The Rock. He's 9 foot tall. It just looked rotten. It was horrible. I have to admit that some of the dialogue as well in these movies are just absolutely cringing to listen to. There's nothing about this movie. There's no suspense, nothing, no creepiness, no nothing. Just hate the movies. Can't stand Rob Zombie's wife either. Sherry Moon Zombie, whatever her name is. Don't know why he insists on having her in all his films. She's just not a great actress. And yeah, these films, even though she killed herself in the first one, he still somehow managed to bring her back into the second one. Yeah, Halloween 1 and 2, awful. The less I talk about it, the better. So what have we got next? We have I'll do my metal packs, my NSM Records editions. So these are all lenticular. These are incredible releases now, I have to admit. So up first we have got Halloween 6. This is, out of all these metal packs, this is the one that everyone wants. It is incredibly hard to buy this one. I got very, very lucky with it. A fellow that I met on eBay, he was desperate for money. He really, really was. And thankfully, I was able to get this release for around €30, which was quite incredible because they are so rare. Don't know why this one is so rare over the rest of them. I don't get it. But absolutely love the cover of this. The lenticular cover is amazing. This is only now the theatrical edition. No producer's cut with this release. But really, really is an amazing release from NSM Records. It's only a shame that they only went up to part 6. I would have loved to have got the likes of H20 and well, I was going to say Resurrection, but no one wants Resurrection. So yeah, so that brings us on to part 5. And again, people weren't mad about the cover on this. Again, I love all the covers of these NMS Records editions. I think they look amazing. Like I said previously, it's not my favourite Halloween movie. There's a bit, I didn't like what the director done with Michael Myers' house in this. It looks like a bloody mansion. It just looked ridiculous. There was a lot of comedy moments in this as well. Not happy about what they done with, what was her name again? Ellie Cornell. What they done to her character in this movie as well. So yeah, it's okay. You know, it's one of the movies. It's, you know, you watch part 4, you have to watch part 5. I always find that with these Halloween movies, especially with Jamie's story, you know, you need to watch 4, 5, and 6, and you kind of just see how Jamie's story kind of pans out. But look, there is some moments in it, good moments, but it's not a great movie, put it that way. But I'm happy to have it though as well. So, right, so that brings us up to Halloween 4, and absolutely love the cover on this as well. Incredible, very, very creepy to have Jamie there in the cover as well, at the kind of real sinister pose. Like I said at the start of this video, I do love this movie. It's one of my favourite sequels. There is a few people out there now that I've recently met now that turned around now and said they actually quite enjoyed this movie as well, it's great to actually hear. It feels like I'm not alone. But yeah, it's a good movie. You know, you got the returning Donald Pleasance as well. And yeah, it's just, I felt this kind of went back to the roots of the first 2 Halloween movies. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of it. So yeah, that is Halloween 4. And again, another amazing release from NSM Records. So yeah, amazing. Halloween 4. So that brings us on to Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Another amazing cover. I can't stress how beautifully these films all go together. They just look stunning. I would love to be able to display them somewhere. I just don't have the wall space for it, unfortunately. But yeah, this movie is a very special movie. Definitely up there, one of my favourite horror movies of all time, no question about it. I thought Tommy Lee Wallace done an unbelievable job with it. The tone of this movie is absolutely amazing. Where it's held, where it's set, it's so eerie. And some fantastic performances in this movie as well. And yeah, Halloween just can't come soon enough so I can actually watch this film. And fingers crossed I will have that 4K release. But the picture quality on this Blu-ray is very special. It's unbelievable, one of my favourite Blu-ray transfers. And hopefully, if they can, try to improve it on the 4K release. From what I've been hearing, they have. So can't wait to get this on 4K. So that's Halloween 3. Right, so that brings us on to Halloween 2. I only just recently got this. I think I got it in the last 3-4 months. I had no idea this was available. I thought NSM Records only brought out part 3, 4, 5 and 6. I was rooting through eBay, came across this, and I was like, I thought it was a fake. And then I found out that yes, they actually did bring out a part 2. And I think this is very rare to get as well. It must be, because I didn't even know it was out there. So, yeah, this was absolutely a huge surprise. This Steelbook actually did come damaged. There was a serious amount of damage to it. And I was in the process of returning it. And then all of a sudden I found out my money was refunded and the seller got his money back as well. And I was told that I didn't have to send it back. And thankfully, I was actually able to mend it. And you would be very hard-pressed to see any damage. It was basically on the spine. It was kind of banana shaped, but I actually kind of completely fixed it. You can't see nothing on it now. So I got this for free, which is, like I said, it is kind of rare as well. So, and to get it for free is quite brilliant. So yeah, that is my Halloween 2. And again, such an incredible movie. Phenomenal. Right, so that brings us on to the last of the metal packs, and we have got Halloween 2. Now this is not an NSM Records release. This is a separate, it's a different company altogether. Everyone's going mad for this one as well, which I'll show you now in a second why. It has a nice little feature on it. But yeah, the only problem with this release, just like the previous German release that I said about part 2, this movie is completely cut. No deaths whatsoever, no any kind of violence in this movie has been completely removed. It has the same features as well. Same audio, everything is basically the same. The only difference is, like I said, is because of this cover, and this is the reason to why I actually picked this up. I just thought it was a nifty little feature, so I'm hoping this will work. I haven't pressed it in years. So yes, it plays the Halloween theme, and its eyes light up. And the minute I seen this, I see someone unboxed it on YouTube. I knew I needed to have it. The only problem with this is the batteries do die in it. They're dying a lot to do, and I'm always replacing them. Sometimes when I knock it on, it won't knock off. So thankfully, it actually worked okay on this one. So yes, that is Halloween 2, and that's the last of my metal packs. Right, so that brings us on to my last Blu-ray Steelbook. So I still have a couple of 4K Steelbooks, but this is the last of my Blu-rays. So we've got Halloween, the 35th anniversary edition. This Steelbook, the minute it came out, I instantly bought it, and thank God I did, because it disappeared so this is the film now that kind of introduced us to the toned down kind of colour, the 35th anniversary edition. Dean Cundy oversaw this transfer. And yeah, so he toned down the colours a bit just to give it that more Halloween feel. And yeah, people didn't like it. Some people did, some of the people didn't. I didn't mind. And yeah, I'm more than happy to see what the new 4K release looks like, seeing they're going back to the more vibrant picture, which is okay with me. So yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful Steelbook. I do love the kind of framed, the frame that's kind of going around the Steelbook. And yeah, I'm such a massive fan of this to actually get it. And yeah, this will always be in my collection. I never will get rid of it. And so yeah, that is Halloween, and that is the last of my Blu-ray Steelbooks. Right, up next we have, gosh, this incredible box set from Midnight Classics, and we have the complete Halloween collection. This box set really is amazing. It goes up to I think it goes up to Resurrection, so no Rob Zombie movies in this box set, which is not a bad thing in my eyes. The box set itself is absolutely packed with features. You also get the producer's cut of of Halloween 6, sorry. This is, I think every film that's in this box set is the Scream Factory releases that we got, the box set, the deluxe box set of Scream Factory. That's the only box set that kind of eluded me when it came to the Halloween franchise. It kills me that I never picked that box set up. But hopefully with the release of some of the 4K movies now, that box set might start going down in price, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can actually pick one up in the future. But for the time being, this box set will do. Like I said, it is absolutely loaded with features. It has postcards as well in this box set, and it's all the original artwork for each movie as well. This thing, you can get it on Amazon Italy. It's going for an unbelievable price of €64. Incredibly sturdy box as well, unbelievably sturdy. Just like if you're familiar with the Arrow releases, this box set is the exact same. So you know in time nothing is going to happen to this box set, and that's the only problem I have with the Scream Factory released box set of Halloween. The amount of times I've seen that on eBay now, and the box set is completely, there's so much shelf wear on that box. It's very hard to get a pristine one. Even the Friday the 13th collection that I showed off there a couple of months back from Scream Factory, that box set is even starting to show signs of wear on it, which is quite a shame. But you know, with this box set, it is unbelievably tough. And yeah, so if you're looking to pick up Halloween on Blu-ray, the complete collection, go over to Amazon Italy. The amount of people that told me they actually bought this box set because I've actually shown it on my channel is unbelievable. And I'm so happy that so many people have picked this up, because it's definitely worth having in your collection. So yeah, that is Scream. I was going to say Scream Factory. Sorry, that is the Midnight Classics edition of Halloween complete collection. So, see, when we're on Midnight Classics, they also brought out the standard release. Not the standard release, they brought out a standalone release of Halloween. Now, this is a 4K edition. And just like that box set, you got the sturdy box as well, which is quite brilliant. They've gone to the original artwork, which is quite amazing. It's strange for Midnight Classics to do that, because when you actually do look at a lot of their releases, they actually normally put on newly commissioned artwork. But they stuck to the original artwork, which I am more than happy with. This is a 3-disc set, so you got the Blu-ray, you got the 4K, and you've also got the television version with this as well. Now, I've spoken earlier in the video on the DVD that I had that I lost the television version, so you can imagine how happy I was to actually hear that version was in this box set. So the minute I seen it, I instantly snapped it up. Again, Amazon Italy, I'm not kidding you folks, this is going for around €14. €14 for a 3-disc Halloween deluxe box set in 4K. You know, like, it's an absolute steal. And definitely go over and pick this up, because it's an amazing box set. You do get a postcard in it as well of the original artwork of Halloween, and there might be a little kind of digibook kind of thing in it as well, as far as I remember. So yeah, that is, again, Midnight Classics, Amazon Italy. Check it out. Right, so it brings us on to, see, we're on our 4Ks, so we'll continue. And we have, gosh, Halloween. Now, I think this might have been, and I might be wrong now, but I think it was an Amazon exclusive, just for the simple fact that you actually get 5 postcards in this set. I love the slipcover as well. It has this nice kind of matte feel to it, which is quite beautiful. The only thing that's kind of lacking again with this release of Halloween is there's not many features on it, which is quite a shame. I thought they'd even throw on a Hallows Hollow Grounds, the location piece that Sean Clark done on Halloween, but that's not even in this box set, unfortunately. But look, I've spoken about this film numerous times on 4K. I do love it. I think it looks fantastic. It's not what you call a night and day difference over the Blu-ray, but what they've done with it, it's more refined now. You know, the black levels look unbelievable. Okay, the colour is toned down, that doesn't annoy people, but other than that, I think the film is perfectly sharp. This does have a 7.1 DTS audio as well. We are getting an Atmos with the new one that's coming out from Screen Factory. So yes, very, very excited to see what Screen Factory done with that one. Right, then that brings us on to the 2018 release of Halloween. I do like this movie. There's no question about it. I do like it. I think what happened to me was, I think my brother, and my fiance, we went to see this in the cinema. I think we went to the midnight showing. So we were very excited. The hype surrounding this movie was unbelievable, and I remember us leaving the cinema so disappointed. It just did not live up to the hype that I was getting at the time. But then I picked it up on 4K. I watched it numerous times, and I've grown to love it. You know, it's a great movie. The only thing I will say is, look, this will never be Halloween 2 to me. I think that the original Halloween 2 is the perfect sequel. This film doesn't even come remotely close to it, if I'm being totally honest. But I do like it, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with the two sequels. We're actually going to the midnight showing now for the Halloween Kills next week, which I'm very, very excited for. So yes, that is Halloween, and it looks okay on 4K. It's not what I call a 4K showcase when it comes to picture quality, but it's still quite nice. So do check it out, Halloween. Right, so we're going on to our Steelbooks now. Our last of the 4K Steelbooks, and we are going back to 2018's Halloween. I picked this up. I think there was a company out there. I think it was either Film Arena brought out a deluxe edition of this movie. I am trying to pick it up. It's just going for mad money at the moment. So I kind of went, you know what, this Steelbook at the moment will suffice at the moment. It's okay. It's not one of my favourite Steelbooks. I don't know, the Michael Myers face on it, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. But look, it was cheap enough, and anything to do with Halloween, especially if it comes out on Steelbook form, any of the movies, well, to an extent, I will pick them up. And this really is a beautiful Steelbook. To an extent. It's just, I do like the back artwork. Again, the face, I'm just not a huge fan of. So yeah, if you can pick it up, it is definitely worth picking up. So that is Halloween 2018. Right, so that brings us to our last, and I've actually just showed this recently on my, I think it was a top 10 my top 10 favourite 4K Steelbooks. And yeah, so we have the original Halloween. This was an Xavier exclusive. Again, very lucky to get this because it sold out so quickly. Whatever it is with Halloween, anything that comes out with Halloween, it's gone as soon as it comes in. But yeah, I instantly fell in love with the artwork in this. I love when you open it up, it forms one picture. You have Michael and you have Laurie Strode, and you kind of have these leaves kind of rustling through the picture. And I'm also a big fan of Lionsgate, what they're doing with these Steelbook releases, bringing these nice clear slipcases with them as well. So yeah, definitely one of my favourite Steelbooks. It was my favourite 4K Steelbook. I love it. Unbelievable artwork. The features and all that are the same as the previous releases, nothing new at all. All you're getting is basically the Steelbook itself. So that is Halloween, and that is my I think that's my films complete. Oh no, there's actually one more box set, and we are going on to this one here. Now this is another German release. I actually picked this up for very, very cheap. I think I paid around €23 for it, but it has a few nice pieces in it. It's actually made of wood. And it kind of slides open. But yeah, you get 4 postcards in it. You get a small poster. You get a bottle opener. For some reason, I don't know why. What the significance of a bottle opener has to do with Halloween. Very, very strange. But what you do get in this box set, which is quite amazing, is the digibook that comes with it. Now, the digibook is unbelievable. It has this kind of, I don't know, this leather feel to it. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's a 3-disc set. So you get a Blu-ray, you get, I think it's, you get the DVD, you get a Blu-ray, and you get a soundtrack. So this is the first box set I've ever bought of Halloween where you actually got the soundtrack with it. And yeah, it's a great box set, and if you can pick it up, and I think they are still going very cheap. I don't know if it's on Amazon Germany, but if it is, do check it out. But go on to eBay. I don't think they're going for mad money, and I think it's well worth picking up just for the simple fact that it displays very well. And yeah, I have it sitting beside a lovely bobblehead, which I'm going to show right now. So yeah, that is my Halloween deluxe box set. So onto the bobblehead itself. So yeah, this was a head knocker bobblehead. This was given to me from my fiance. Actually bought this for me. The minute I seen it, I was absolutely in love with it. I think it's so beautiful. I used to have it actually out of the box displayed, but I was really worried because there's a lot of weight to it, and I was really worried that I was going to walk in the room one day and knock it over and it was just going to smash to bits. So I put it back into the box because it does have this lovely this window display box that you get with it. So it displays quite nicely. So yeah, that is the one kind of little figure that I actually have when it comes to Michael Myers, and I really do love it. And maybe someday I might look into picking up a few more of these bobbleheads. So yeah, that is my little bobblehead. Right, so that brings me on to, we have my vinyl box set. And this is quite amazing. Now I'm just going to give you a heads up on this box set because it's not complete. I'm missing the first film, so it's you get the five soundtracks, the 5 vinyl soundtracks. I am missing the first one, but thankfully HMV apparently have the first one. They actually have it in stock, so I'm going to look into see if I can pick that up. So yeah, this is the box that the vinyls are housed in. The artwork is absolutely incredible. Now this is a very strange release. You can't buy this collection together. Like, you have to buy the vinyl separately and then you buy the box set. It's a very, very strange thing. I don't get it. I think that Sacred Bones, I don't know who was it. Was it Sacred Bones Records, or I can't remember. Or was it Waxwork? It could be Waxwork. I think if you bought parts 4 and 5 on vinyl, they were given this box set for free. I think that's the way it was done. But yeah, you cannot get this box set completed unless someone is actually selling on eBay. But like I said, the artwork is amazing. You have Michael Myers in the front and you have the silhouette of his young self. And then on the back you have Jamie and you have the silhouette of Michael Myers in the back. Behind us, sorry. And of course you have the Myers house as well. Unbelievable box set. So unbelievably sturdy and quite amazing. So I will show you quickly the vinyls in this, what you get. So we're going to start off with Halloween 5. Not my favourite soundtrack, if I'm being totally honest. I think Alan Howard does do the music for this, and I think it was probably his weakest when it comes to the soundtracks. But I do like the artwork. It's very simplistic, and look, it was good listening to it. Again, it just, I don't know what it was. It just doesn't have the same tone as I felt that he done with Halloween 4, which yeah, we'll show you right now. So that's that's Halloween 5 on vinyl, and yeah, great to finally have it as well. So here we go, Halloween 4. And I think this was the soundtrack where Alan Howard was, you know, he was given free range to just do whatever he wanted. And I really did like the tone of this movie and what he done with it. The Halloween theme does sound good. It will never sound as good as the original. Let's face it. Only John Carpenter can do that. But yes, another incredible artwork in this as well. These are all coloured vinyl editions as well. Mine are very simplistic when it comes to coloured vinyl. I think parts 3, 4 and 5 are all in orange. Pumpkin orange, where my second one has this very unique looking colour as well. But yeah, that is Halloween 4, and the soundtrack is quite brilliant on that, so do check it out. Right, so that brings us on to Halloween 3. I do love this vinyl. It's so unique the way it even opens. It kind of flips open from bottom to top. You also get these giant postcards in this. I think you get 3 or 4 huge postcards. And look, the music in this movie is absolutely extraordinary. Oh my god, it is so beautifully eerie. I'm rest assured, come Halloween night, this vinyl will be knocked on. And yeah, look, it's an amazing release. I think this is still going on Waxworks. I'm trying to think, is it Waxwork or was it Sacred Bones? I bought it from one of them companies anyway, and I still think it's available. I think it's around $30, $35. And I definitely think it's worth picking up because it sounds beautiful on vinyl as well. And yeah, it's an amazing soundtrack. So that is Halloween 3. And that brings us on to the last, and that is Halloween 2. So yeah, look, it's another amazing soundtrack. They kind of went for a more electric vibe than over the first one. But I do like it. It's an amazing soundtrack. But like I said previously, this has actually incredible looking. The coloured vinyl in this release is actually quite beautiful. Actually, if you bear with me, I will actually show it to you. If I can just take this slip off. And yeah, it's very, very unique, the coloured vinyl. The minute I seen this, I wanted it. And as soon as I saw it, I was blown away by it. So here we go. That is the coloured vinyl you get with it. Absolutely extraordinary. Such a unique coloured vinyl. And yeah, a lot of these come with some very beautiful looking coloured vinyls. I just, unfortunately for me, I just couldn't pick. They just weren't available over here. I bought the I think 4, 5, and 3 off Amazon, and they just never came with these kind of unique coloured vinyls, which was quite a shame. But yeah, that is my vinyls, folks. So that is everything that I have in my collection. There is one last thing that I am going to show, and it is going to be my Trick or Treat Studio masks. Now I have them up in the top corner of my room. They really are. The work that they've actually Trick or Treat Studios done in these masks is truly wonderful. And yeah, can't wait to show you. So let's do that right now. Right, so here we go. This is Trick or Treat Studios mask for part 2, and as you can see, the quality is something. It really is special, no question about it. Unbelievable detail. Even the hair itself looks absolutely incredible, even though a lot of this hair is starting to fall out a bit, which is a little bit worrying, because, you know, if that starts all falling out, then it's just going to look god awful. As you can see, there's the stab wound that he got in the neck from the first movie. And yeah, it really is. It's unbelievably beautiful. It's very sinister looking, looks incredible. And I'm hoping someday to pick up the remaining masks that Trick or Treat Studios done for the Halloween movies. It's just a matter of trying to find room for them. That's my only problem. But hopefully someday I will find room for them, and definitely will pick them up. So yeah, that is my first mask. Right, so here we go. These are going to be the 3 masks from Season of the Witch. Unbelievable. I knew the minute I seen these that Trick or Treat Studios were bringing these out, I needed to get all 3 of them. Now they are very expensive. They're around €70 each. But they are perfect replicas, and I just could not say no to it. This one now is my least favourite of all the masks. It always was, even in the movie, funny enough. But as you can see when I go around to the back here, you can sort of see the tag, the silver shamrock tag, which is quite brilliant. A very nice touch to actually put that into the mask itself. And we also kind of made ourselves, me and my fiance, we made our own kind of silver shamrock bases. Which they actually came out quite brilliant, I think. So yeah, that is the first of my Season of the Witch masks. Right, folks, so here we go. This is my favourite mask from the film Season of the Witch. It's amazing when you do look at the detail on this one. You do sometimes question how this was the same price as the other 2, because there seems to be a lot more to it. Especially to do with this fabric that goes around it. It just feels absolutely incredible. There's the tag, the silver shamrock tag. Again, everything about this mask is just absolutely perfect. And there's a bit of velcro on each side, so you can actually join it like so. But yeah, I just keep it open. So yeah, that is my Witch Season of the mask, and that brings us to the last one. Right, so here we go, the last mask. And yeah, so anyone familiar with Season of the Witch, this is the one that Tom Atkins throws over the camera close to the ending of the movie. But again, attention to detail is absolutely amazing. As you can see, there's the tag. Unbelievable. It's great the way they actually put them tags into it as well. You also get this little kind of tag as well with it. I never want to kind of touch anything with them. I just want to leave them as is. But yeah, this is a great mask as well. And I tell you, they display so well, all 3 of them beside each other. So yeah, that is my entire mask collection for the Halloween franchise. Right, folks, so there you have it. That is my complete Halloween collection, and I have to tell you, I'm actually exhausted doing that video. I did not realise how big this collection was. I am so blessed to have so many incredible releases from Halloween. And look, I love the movie. I love everything about when it comes to Halloween. I love this time of year. I love how the month of October looks, how it feels. And yes, the franchise is quite special, and definitely probably my favourite franchise of all time. So that is it, folks. That is it. So as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this collection. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. So take care, folks, out there. Stay safe. Bye bye.